T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff.
Shake it back! Does that feel good? Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
Gets my nipples hard every time.
Oh, wow.
What was that?
We've got a big daddy in the
Out
house.
here in North Carolina, we call these studs.
Woo, we got a tall boy out there. What's up, Shake and Bakers? Happy Tuesday. It has been 14 days since we got to hang out with you guys. I have missed the hell out of you guys. We were all talking last Tuesday how much it sucked, and I have Shake and Bake last Tuesday.
We did.
We got a bunch of stuff to talk about. We're excited to be here with you and all of you guys. We got our guest stars, Double C Cabernet Courtney. Whoop, whoop. We got Lyle, the Hitman, Super Beard, Burn Eyebrows, Barnett with the tall boy tonight. Looks like he's not messing around. And just let you know, the entire cast of the Shake and Bake Show did start drinking before the episode started.
Matt, I think now's a great time to cue the picture that I told you to save right before the show started. I just want to go ahead and show the people what Stevie's working with tonight. Hit him with it, Matt.
Matt probably hasn't uploaded that yet. I hope not.
Wrong one.
Nope, wrong one.
Good job, Matt.
There it is.
Yeah.
That's what
Okay.
Stevie's drinking tonight. 7-Eleven Sutter Home in a water cup.
That's
So that's how classy we are at the Shake and Bake. So all they have here at the Hilton in Dinwiddie is Anheuser-Busch products, and I'm not buying that shit. So I had to go to the gas station and get me a bottle of Sutter Home to get me in the game. That's how you know how bad it is.
real bad.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty terrible.
You definitely drank that in your poorer days.
She drank that this morning.
Probably.
All right. Anyways, what's going on in the world? I haven't talked to you guys a bunch. What y'all been up to?
Well, since the last time we've talked, yet again, Beer Money went and did its no prep thing and drug ass all over up and down the track. I do have to say that I did something that I said I was going to do, and I didn't really mean to say I was going to do it. And I overdrove that thing in the quarterfinals and nearly took me and my competitor out.
Boy, I wish we had a video of that loaded. I don't know if we do, but I thought you were drafted. You look like Days of Thunder out there.
Oh, Matt, I'm going to send you a picture. Sorry. But, yeah, I overdrove that thing, stayed in her just a touch too long out of the groove. Like at an NHRA race, you are broken neck, upside down, and on fire, just like Stevie Jackson.
Broke neck. Look at that thing, boy. That thing's getting high and tight, getting a little smaller.
The messed up part is like even I got texts of like, dude, Lyle said he was gonna go in the other lane, and that MFer did.
Hey, at the Shake and Bake Show, we are people. Well, I would say men. We're people of our word.
I mean, I'm a metaphoric man.
I was gonna say Courtney acts like a man most of the time.
Dixie Cup quality wine. Yeah, Lyle, what was the pucker factor on that unit when you went all horse sliding around there?
You know, I had people come by the pit asking me like, "Man, did you clean your shorts out?" And like, I didn't have time to do that. There was no time to pucker my ass. There was no time to poop. There was no time to do any of that. Like it was just like, oh boy, you know. And thank
Also,
God.
like that's not the scariest thing you've been involved in a race car.
Not quite. One time, due to activities in a race car, I was the hottest man in drag racing for 28 seconds.
You still are, babe.
Nobody can ever.
Still are, baby. Still are. Beer Money. Somebody said Chris did. Is Beer Money undefeated this season?
Beer Money is undefeated this season. I've decided to travel out west, so there's this big thing about I only like club baby seals and cherry pick here on the East Coast, and the reason that I do that is because I don't have to travel 800 miles across the country to go race for $10,000. I can do it like every weekend in my backyard. So I don't, it doesn't really make sense for me to do that. But I've heard enough of it, and there's a couple races this year that I am going to travel out west and race some of those guys just so that, I mean, if they drag me up and down the racetrack, that's cool. If I go I can tell you one thing. If I drag them up and down the racetrack, I am talking shit the rest of the year.
Can I drive in the tow truck with you and bring my megaphone?
Yes.
That way, just in case we accidentally get around them.
In fact,
we can remind them that all the fast cars in the world are on the East Coast.
I think a trip in the honky rocket to Texas, pick up old Cabernet, fly to wherever we are, would be epic trip.
Yeah, I think would be good.
Go ahead and hit us with that picture, Matt. I got it to Matt. Look how close this is.
Oh my!
And that's a Pontiac.
Did y'all hit each other?
Dude,
did you hit each other?
The nose of his car through my parachute, and that is it, not a scratch.
Hey, that's close you can get, baby. Man, I'd like that. I wonder what he's thinking right there.
He's thinking I don't have any more brake pedal, and I've never been this close to Lyle's rear in my life.
No, you know what he's thinking? He's thinking in true shake and bake form, Rubbin's racing full.
Yeah. Well, maybe so. Maybe he's like, man, that asshole really said he was going to do this, and here he is.
Just acting a damn fool.
Yeah, well, sometimes you have. This is no prep racing. This is.
Yeah, you're supposed to run all over the track and hit everything.
As Richard Freeman called it, that's stupid shit. That is dumb. That shit's stupid.
Oh, let's start out right now before we get started and look at the top of the screen with the parental advisory sticker. Explicit content. Don't let your kids watch Shake and Bake Show. Don't let them do it. Send them to bed.
And if you do, when Stevie talks about wieners or I say fuck for the for the 400th time, don't send us hate mail when we've told you this is not for your kids.
Screen the Shake and Bake Show and let your kids watch the good parts.
I have a PP counter already.
All right, what's up with you, CC? I've been testing. I'll talk about what I've been up to. We know Lyle's been crushing folks and drafting like cold trickle. What have you been up to?
I had a weekend off and it was amazing. I cleaned my house. I pulled some weeds. I did the lawn. I cleaned my grill. Sometimes I just go like ADHD psychopath.
Did you go to the honky tonk and do some white trash dancing?
I didn't, but I did go to this little place here in Granbury. Got to give a shout out. Warren's backyard. There was a band playing. Just hung out with some friends. Did a little low key stuff. But I slept more in the past 10 days than I probably have in the last 3 years of my life. So if you hear me say I'm tired, just friggin' slap me.
2 days until I can just warm this thing up.
Pow! Mudflap said one of them little cheese at VMP. I want to say
thanks, brother.
Mudflap. And then we got old Trav T says he wants a slice of that cake. He wants a little sliver of the goodness.
Yeah, they do.
We got an over and under on the PP counter. I'm going to say we're going to be over 10.
I'm already at 2.
Winners. Ooh,
nope,
maybe 12.
I was going to say 12.
I was going to say 12.
Well, Stevie, tell us about your past week of testing you've been doing.
Have you ever,
before you start, the last time I talked to you, which was last week, you were seriously considering taking the honky rocket to like 100,000 feet and turning it prop down.
It won't make it to 100,000, but I have been thinking about 46, 47,000, just cutting the power and pointing that thing in the dirt.
Yeah. Okay.
So we've been testing and dynoing and testing, and everybody that races knows how excruciating test sessions are. When you go race, you're kind of on a schedule. You know you're going to make 6 to 8 runs over the course of 3 days, and it's pretty structured. A test session is just how many times you can get stuff fixed and get it back to the starting line. We've made about 35 to 40 runs in the last 15 days at 3 different racetracks for about 9 different days. We've dynoed 18 pulls on the dyno. We have had 4, 5, 6 engines in the car, transmissions, manifolds, torque converters, and we've been through 3 sets of tires and 4 sets of rods in the past 2.5 weeks. So we've been running the wheels off this car. I am wore out. We've learned a lot, and I've also learned other things that we'll talk about later. But that's all I've been doing. I've lived in the shop. I put in 80 to 90 hours a week for the last month.
Yeah, you've been more quiet than normal this week.
I've been working my ass off. We put in 80 this week. We got here. We made 2 runs yesterday. We made 4 runs today, and we're going to stay and run tomorrow also.
Any progress?
Well, we can't keep the cylinders lit with the part-time spark, but on 6 cylinders, we went 380 at 197. So we're getting faster on 6 cylinders than what we've ever been. If I can get all of the 8 cylinders to run to the finish line, then I think we can be somewhat competitive. Car runs good early, so rocket to the 330 until she gets on the 6 cylinders, and then she slows on down. But we're getting better. We're making decent runs, and I'm kind of proud of where we're at. So we just need a little luck. If it's not on 8 cylinders tomorrow, I'm getting my axe out, and I'm going to run some telephone and speaker wire from Best Buy around the car, and we're going to see if we can get her to quit skipping.
Perfect. Or put a magneto and a good old arc module in there.
I'm going to drill a hole in the hood with a 6-inch hole saw and stick a mag out of the hood.
Beautiful.
And you know that I'm probably not kidding.
I saw somebody ask, and I guess we can just go ahead and talk about it. It says, Lyle, you're not on the entry list for Charlotte this week.
Yeah, let's talk about this because this is pretty much going to be like a pretty hot topic.
So I had all the plans to be there to drive Chip King's Seaman Demon, as we call that car, at the Four Wides at Charlotte this week. Tuesday testing went decent for the first time the car's been out in over a year. Wednesday did not go as good. Figured out the car was broken. And after about the fifth time it tried to mow the 330 cone over, I told Carmack, I'm like, car's broke, got to be broke. So they went back, found what was broken, had repaired it. Yesterday, Carmack welcomed his new baby into the world. Congratulations, by the way.
Hey, congratulations. That's some good news.
In fact, Matt, I'm going to send you a picture of that too.
You know, when Matt says send all the stuff you want uploaded like an hour ago, Lyle, that's your cue, buddy.
Hey, Courtney.
We're actually supposed to send all our shit in on Sunday.
Oh.
Yeah. But congratulations, Justin Carmack and wife, on the new unit.
But anyway, so the baby, they had some complications with mom and baby leading up to the birth of the child. And we decided on Sunday that without being able to test any before Q1 on Friday, it was just better that Carmack, who is the crew chief or co-crew chief of that car, it was better that they focused on the new baby that was going to, born a little small and a little early. And it just wasn't a good idea for us to run this week. One, the weather coming in is probably going to cut at least a round or two out. That leaves us 2 runs on a car essentially untested, fixed. And collectively as a group, all the money it takes to run one of these deals, we just felt like it was better that we waited, tested a little bit, and try to come out and join them later in the year when we feel like we have something that's competitive. I'm not somebody to show up just to show up. If I show up with a race car, I want to know that I have a chance to win. And we just didn't feel like we were to that point yet. So I did not enter. I will not be racing this week. However, Courtney pulled some strings here, and I will be in the broadcast booth calling the shots and bringing the action there with Pro Mod beside Alan Reinhart and the guys every time Pro Mod runs this weekend. So I'm excited to do that. I've never done it before, but at least I'll be somewhat involved. Obviously would rather be strapped into one of those things, but next best thing is to sit up there and call it as it happens. So I'm excited about that.
Man, dude, I'm fired up about that. Like having some not to say relevant, there's not other relevant folks up there. They do a great job, but to have someone who knows the ins and outs of these cars and has paid the price to drive them up there, it's going to be awesome.
Well, there's something to be said too. You're in the mix right now. A lot of the times they don't have people to pull from. When JR didn't qualify last week and it was cool. Sucks for JR. He needs to do something. God bless. He's had some bad luck, but to have him up there being in the heat of it, you're one of the few that's going to have that opportunity. And I swear, Lyle Barnett, I will get an extra beard grab out of you if you do not use your announcer voice at least one time for me.
Oh yeah, you got to get it going.
Like as soon as I come on.
Yes. Hi, I'm Lyle Barnett. We're here at NHRA TV.
Hello, Lyle Barnett here. We're going to drink Yingling here in the booth and cuss at all you fans out there. Cover your kids' ears.
Yeah, there you go. That's perfect.
Definitely giving.
I'm going to send you a script of things I need you to say while you're up there. Perfect. We're going to shamelessly use NHRA.
Like circular shake and bake logos made to put on the back of maybe Pro Stock car to maybe a Pro Mod or 4.
Yeah, we could probably get some of them made. Maybe, I don't know. I've used up all my matte favors this week, so I'm gonna have to pull some matte favors.
Like you use up all your matte favors every week, do you?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Matt's like coming by to get the connecting rod sign that we gave away at the last show. I'm like, hey, since you're coming over, I need you to refigure my internet server, change all around my cameras, put in a new firewall, safety security, bring over some merch, get some stickers done, and reorganize the whole thing.
Leave Matt alone.
So Matt, we would be lost without Matthew.
It's time for a Courtney topic.
All right, Courtney, what you been doing? What's going on? What kind of topic you got? What's shaking in the bacon?
First of all, I got to say, I love when my worlds collide. I see my best friend from like elementary schools on the chat tonight. Danielle, Erica's supposed to be coming on too. We'll see if they do. But like I said, I'm super refreshed. I'm really excited for Charlotte. Had an awesome opportunity kind of accidentally fall into my lap last week. I selflessly promote. If you go check flowracing.com or my Facebook, there's a really cool 35-minute interview that I got to do with Smoke, which was super cool for me. Got to have Tony Stewart on. It didn't fit to where he could come on the podcast. So in true CE form, I made something up, and now we have a new segment. And now I have a new part of my job. So we have this new driver feature deal, and he was my second. Darian was on there the first time. And so got really deep with Tony. I really liked it. And I'm a friend of his, so I get that side of him. But a lot of the feedback was that we got kind of a softer side of him and a more intimate side. So that was really cool. If y'all haven't seen that, go on and check it out. So that was a big win. Stevie, you're one of my besties. You always ask me, did you win this week or did you win today? I love that question. So that day, absolutely won. So that was pretty cool. And we've got, hopefully if we can work it out with you boys this weekend, we're going to have a little right off track mashup given the rain situation, whatever happens there with right off track on Friday in Charlotte this week. So just plugging along.
That's going to be awesome. A good friend of mine used to ask me it all the time. Did you win today? Did you win this
love
week?
that.
And I always try to make sure at the end of the day, I try to ask myself every day at the end of it, did you win today? And lately the answer has been no. So we're looking to get some winning out of the way.
You do. I love that. Don't stop doing that. That's like a shitty day, a good day, whatever. If I haven't talked to you in a week, if I've talked to you all day, I get from Stevie. Did you win today? I love it.
Dan Rock, Stevie's not drinking coffee. If you missed the earlier part of the show, we're drinking gas station wine because the Hilton in Virginia only has Anheuser-Busch products.
Stevie has gone back to high school days of, hey, mister, can you buy me that Sutter wine?
I'm resetting my life and becoming 20 again. That way I can change all the stuff that.
Matt, I completely forgot when I was talking about ZMAX to talk about the sponsor that I had.
Oh.
So can we
back that thing up?
So Carolina Civil and Casey Cateau came on board with me. Was going to ride on the side of the old Seaman Demon this week at ZMAX. Obviously, that's not happening. I called Casey 2 days ago and was like, look, man, it's just not going to happen. And this is why I'd already cashed the check, and he was like, man, I don't want that back. Like, you're going to end up at some race somewhere, whether it's beer money, pro mod race later in the year. I'm riding with you for the rest of 23. And I just want to give a shout out to those guys at Carolina Civil because, they very easily could have told me, yeah, we're going to need that back if you're not going to race at ZMAX, and he wants to ride no matter what. And it's very rare to find people like that. So I just want to give a shout out to Carolina Civil and Casey and everybody there because that's pretty cool.
Need more of that. That's really cool.
We need more of that, more attitude like that, and more cheese like that. We got a question in comments that it was one of my topics tonight. They missed the name of the track, but the family that owns Bandimere announced this week that they're looking for a new place to race. I don't know if you saw that video that they put out, but I got emotional watching it. I've raced there a lot. I love that facility, love that family. And I'm sure there's more going on behind the scenes that I know. Courtney, you probably know more than I do, but can you care to comment on that?
Yeah, we actually Tammy Bandimere, if all works out, she's going to be one of the guests on my podcast this coming weekend. So we're gonna dive into that. But from what I was told directly from the horse's mouth is that this was a really tough decision to make. But as you guys know, they were having some problems before with the county and the state and some regulations, getting enough sewage and water to be able to expand and have more hospitality and things like that. And once COVID hit, they were hit pretty hard, slammed really hard with restrictions, got in trouble for having some events, went to court. Like if y'all remember, we had those Stand with Bandimere events and shirts, and they've just kind of decided that it's been more of a hassle and they're not able to give the community what they wanted to out of that track. And so they have they've sold it. It's already sold. It's done. And they are actively looking for a new place. They have been looking for a new place, and it's under my impression that they wish that they could have had a new place before they announced this, just because with all the other closings that have been happening, especially fresh off of the HRP closing, it's a sensitive subject in drag racing right now. And if you read all the comments and the people, they're like, oh, it's flying off the handle. I saw some lady said, like, I'm losing my favorite sport. We're going nowhere. We need to adjust, and the world's got to adjust. And these families like the Bandimeres, this has been their life. Like, they don't want to give this up. This is everything. All the kids, Tammy, brothers, sisters, grandkids, nieces, nephews, the traction twins, like everybody is blood in that family. So if y'all think that they're just throwing in the towel, they're not. I promise you they will do everything they can to find somewhere else to make this happen. Don't know what that timeline's like, but I know for a fact this has absolutely broken their hearts. Poor Tammy was crying, telling Erica and I, and it's just, I understand it's heartbreaking for us as a community. I've been racing there at the Junior National since I was 9 years old, and it's tough to let it go, but got to put ourselves in these people's shoes. It's their business, it's their family, it's their livelihood, and it's tough. It sucks.
Yes, it does. And it's like the motorsports market and how we sell is changing. And it has been changing, and it's changing in part to the amount of the lack of youth that we have entered in the volume of it we have being introduced to the sport. That's what I think. That's just my opinion. And the way we have to do business is different than when we did it 5 years ago. It's different than we had to do it 2 years ago. Some of these facilities are changing and moving. You're going to see stuff coming up and opening. I think I'm excited about our future. The folks that want to be here, going to be here, and I'm really hoping that the Bandimere family finds a new facility. If I had that, my top 5 beers. All right, so like I like Mick Ultra. Well, I did like Mick Ultra. Now that's out. I am drastically and feverishly searching through the annals of beer utopia to find a new favorite beer. I've been drinking a little bit of Yingling.
Yingling Light.
All Yingling. I got a little Blue Moon the other day. I'm still working on it. Y'all gonna have to check back in. It's up into July.
Dos Equis lager is good on a boat on a nice hot day.
Yeah. But it's yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's pretty good. I like Dos Equis, but
Don't worry.
It's a difficult.
I don't know
conversation right now.
how much. I mean, I'm sure that you guys have, but I went to the store the other day, and there's a little local gas station down the road from the shop that keeps a little bit of Yingling Light for us. And when this whole deal went down, obviously everybody's looking for other beers. Well, they can't keep it, which I think is awesome. Like, that's great. So I'm walking through there and I'm like, I'll just get a Mexican beer, right? So I grab Corona, go to the register, check out, go back to the shop. And I'm like, they're like, why are you drinking that? I'm like, well, because I didn't have Yingling. They're like, well, that's Anheuser-Busch. I literally was like, oh my God. So then I look, and like the list of Anheuser-Busch beers is long.
It's pretty difficult.
Way longer than I ever knew.
Right.
If you really want to avoid it, like that's well, that turns your teeth purple, and we all know when you drink too much. So whatever.
Sutter Home's made in
Marcusburg,
California. Hey, Marcus, if I ran like you ran the last 3 days, I'd be throwing $200 around like lunch too. Let's talk about testing in the past 2 days in Virginia.
First of all, congratulations to Marcus Burt.
Yes.
On getting the opportunity to come and race with us in the NHRA, dude. You're going to have a blast. It's awesome. I think it's great. I think you belong there. There's one other person that I want to talk about before the show's over when we get to PDRA that I think is going to be a star over here. But Marcus, congratulations, dude. That's freaking awesome.
Very cool.
For you guys that don't know what's going on, Marcus is driving Jose Gonzalez's car in Charlotte 4-Wide, making his NHRA debut this coming weekend. And not only do we have a new driver, we have a fierce competitor, we have a champion, we have a person that can wheel the car and win, and we've got a fast-ass hot rod that he's going to be driving.
Marcus, I know you've probably watched some videos of the 4-Wide. Do yourself a favor and just go to the seminar. Like I was very familiar.
Don't be a cowboy. Go to the seminar. I was
very familiar with the 4-Wide concept and how it worked. And the first time I went there, I still went to the seminar and listened to Alan Reinhart and just went up there and was refreshed on how the staging procedure works. Because if you want to see how it happens in just complete and utter turmoil, go to last year's final when me, Chris Thorne, Stan Shelton, and Father Time, Ricky Smith were in the final, and there was only like 1.5 of us that went down the racetrack. It was freaking awful.
And it's not even about like for a pride thing. It's not about I know I know this. It's how they communicate with you too. Like the starters communicate in a different sense too, and I think that everybody needs to go.
The thing about 4-Wide, because I've done it a lot and I'm good at it, is you don't have to make a mistake to make a mistake. Part of 4-Wide drag racing is to, when someone else makes a mistake, knowing what to do.
Capitalizing.
Because
100%.
There can be 4 top bulbs on. Somebody lights that bottom bulb. somebody goes in, and you're in there, and the other car ain't going in. Guess what? 7 seconds from that first one, the tree's coming. And whether or not you're ready, the tree's coming. So the way I do it is when there's first time somebody lights their bottom bulb, if nobody's in at 5 seconds, I'm putting it on the wood if it's eliminations. And it sucks to do that, and you're on there, but it's better than a tree coming and you not being ready. Well, it's going to be difficult for you to pop your cherry at 4 wide, but I'm glad you're coming. It's going to be great.
Yeah, but if anybody can do it, it's Axeman. He's.
And while we're on the subject of Axeman, there has been a 560 palooza the last 2 days at Virginia Motorsports Park. I think there's giving away 560s like lunch. Roots cars going 65, Pro Chargers going 65. Everybody's going 65. It's going to be a fast ass race this week. Manzo went. How many? I think there's 20. Oh, here I don't know. I think nearly the field is here. I think JR went 67, 68 today. I mean, I think everybody that ran it to the finish line went in the 60s.
What were you saying Manzo went?
I think Manzo went 65. Either 65 or 66, and I'm going to have to look, but it was not slow. I think he went 65 to 252.
That's fast.
Yeah, it's going to be – everybody's been doing their homework the last few weeks. It's going to be a –
what happens when you don't have a little time off?
Shootout in Charlotte. I wish I wasn't racing there so that I could just watch.
The 4 wide's kind of going to kill some of that, though. You know, I mean,
for sure.
The ET will be there, but it'll be just a complete clusterfuck on the start line. Always is.
Where do you get Sierra Nevada? I have to get some of that. Thank you, Matthew.
You can get it at most grocery stores. Yeah. But it's all that crafty, like, hoppy shit, if you like that.
Yeah, Matt, where's the boozometer?
Hey, what does this one count for?
That's a 2. It should be like a 1.6. How many ounces you got there? There you go. That's a 16-ounce tall boy.
I think so.
Yeah, so that's like 1.5.
I can't find it done looking.
Yeah, on the barometer. Okay, so we got lots of misconception about the burn down. All right, where'd that comment go? All right, so the burn down o-meter. Look at that dang man's icon. Woo, that's a sexy race car. Oh, Ash Daddy 1984 is in the game. Look at that thing.
Oh, that is.
That's a sexy hot rod.
Oh,
I burned the heads off that thing about 90 times.
Yes, you did.
The burn down o-meter, that if you're not first your last challenge, starts in Chicago, not Charlotte. So there's the purse everyone has put up, and I got to get an accurate update on the count on that. I've been slacking the last 2 weeks.
That's on me.
Yeah, that starts in Chicago. We are not doing if you're first your last challenge in Charlotte, simply because we don't want to penalize someone who is not participating in the first or last challenge, because there's 4 cars on the starting line. It's not fair to Marcus Bird up there for his first time, figure out what's going on while there's 7 minutes before somebody stages. So Chicago is the burn down.
It's got enough shit going on the starting line. We don't need any more of that.
Correct.
Courtney, D. Davis says that your volume is way.
I did it. I turned it down. Maybe y'all's is just piss poor and mine's just pristine.
I think like
I don't know. Mine's probably the Hilton Wi-Fi has probably got mine.
As you're telling me that, Lyle, you're blurry. So go and fix it.
I know, and I don't know how to fix it.
I can't believe some of the shit we have to go through on the road to do this show.
I do. We're so random here. We talk about subjects. We read through the comments. Y'all, please like or share this. Get it out there. We love having y'all's comments on here. And while they talk tech talk that I don't care about, I go through these. And Lyle, this one's for you. Travis, Red Jesus wants to know what your thoughts are on fajitas.
I heard about the fajita deal.
Okay, let me
before we get to the fajita, we're on new competitors at Charlotte. Let's finish that.
Okay.
Who else, and then we're going to talk about fajitas. Who else do we have that is competing potentially at Charlotte 4 wide and pro modified?
I have the list up.
All right, who you got on it?
Chris Thorne, JR Gray, Winters, Father Time.
JR Gray's a loser.
Father Time. Mike Castellana, Stan Shelton, Kevin Rivenbark, Paul D. I'm going to slaughter his last name because I did the last time I said it on air. I slaughtered it. We've got Sydney Frigo, Jason Lee, Billy Banica, I already said Jason Lee, Belushi, Dwayne Wolf, Manny the man, Jericho, Marcus, X-Man, Marty Robertson, Mason Wright, Team Elite, Justin Bond, Mike Thielen, and Dimitri.
Man, it is going to be a slugfest. I'm excited to see Jason Lee also making his NHRA debut.
Are they bringing the white car?
I don't know. I just know that Jason Lee is on the entry list for his first inaugural NHRA. So this season, Charlotte 4Y, we have 2 drivers that have never competed in NHRA drag racing going to pop their cherry at 4Y. It is going to be awesome.
And we've got, we had at the first race, we had old Manny was first, his first time, Mason Wright's first time. So there's some freshies.
That Manny Bajinga, Jason Lee, Marcus Burt trio of folks is going to be one that you're going to want to watch.
This is amazing because it's shaking it up. I feel like the last 3 or 4 years, it's kind of been give or take the same 15 to 18 cars. First off, we have 23, but there's names in here and shit is going to be shooketh.
Marcus made his first fast quarter-mile pass yesterday. And as in I normally do, if I can and I see it, I go down there and tell them congratulations, because I know what it feels like the first time that when you're used to 8th mile racing and you go by the 8th mile and you hold that son of a bitch down for 2 more seconds and it sounds like the entire engine is coming in the car with you. It's a feeling you never get to do again. There's just Todd Tutterow told me, he said the first time you run that thing down through there, he said, you're just not going to believe that it's only 50 miles an hour faster. And he's right. I asked Marcus, what did it sound like? He said, I think the motor was at 15,000.
Yeah.
I was like, hell yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
It was good. When we get ready to pick later, I might surprise y'all with some of my picks. All right, let's talk about –
I don't know who I'm picking yet.
Let's talk about fajitas.
Come on, Lyle.
All right. So I think it's or the word fajita to me is it's like poop in the cereal bowl or something. Like I think on a first date, when you go to a Mexican restaurant,
this is gonna be bad.
And somebody orders fajitas, right? They come out of the kitchen like Mount Kilimanjaro has erupted and there is just shit going everywhere, right? Everybody fucking smells like it.
My hair steams.
Like, some fucking loser ordered fajitas. They carry it through there. They've got the fire department on the
mariachi band.
Make sure everybody gets to the table, right? There's 800 and some of you, 900, whatever people. If you order fajitas at a Mexican restaurant, you're a loser. And if you don't like that, then leave. But
no, don't leave because I order fajitas. You stay with me.
No, fajitas suck.
Stay with me.
Courtney, here's what I'll tell you right now. If let's say all of us go to dinner at a Mexican restaurant and you order fajitas, I am leaving. I will get up, I will walk out, and if we're because lots of Mexican restaurants are in Walmart parking lots. I will go to Walmart, buy ramen noodles, ask them if I can borrow a microwave in the used appliance section.
Buy some Sutter Home.
Eat with you. I'll buy Sutter Home.
Right.
So
Lupi tortilla, they're not extra and they don't smoke like that. So
no, fajitas suck. So I think they're a great first date. I think they're a great first date test.
If you don't think I'm going to get hats made, don't get any hats made that say fajitas suck. You're wrong.
So hear me out though. So you going to, all right. So Courtney and I are going on our first date, right? And we go to a Mexican restaurant. If she orders fajitas straight to the train station, Rip Van Winkle, and I'm.
Let you go first, bitch.
You gone. See you later. Fajitas suck.
Anyway, the point of this story.
Well, no, the point of this story is that Blaze Smoking Fajita, crew guy for Elite Motorsports, told me in a Mexican restaurant one time, did you know that they make the steaming fajitas using ice cubes? And I'm like,
really?
No, they don't. They don't use ice cubes. They may squirt some water. I know ice is water.
Blake's special. He's from.
They don't like pack the bottom of the stupid fajita bowl with ice so that it does all this steaming and this big art show as they come out. But yeah, so that's how this whole fajita thing started. But I think fajitas at a Mexican restaurant should be taken off of the menu. They should be canceled from life on Earth. Period. Fajitas suck.
So then we get this.
I hate them.
We have this group text. It's a mixture of people, and it's something we're not allowed to talk about, but it is an amazing group text. And in the group text the other day, we get a TikTok that shows like behind the scenes right before they bring out the fajitas, they squirt around the sizzling plate with some kind of liquid. I don't know. I'm not Bill Nye. I'm not smart. Whatever it is. And it comes sizzling out. And so Blake and everybody sends it in this group text, and Lyle just goes off on his fajita tangent.
There's no reason that they bring it out there like that. Bring the vegetables and the meat just cooked on a plate, ready. It doesn't have to come out sizzling to make this big scene.
Like Mount Kilimanjaro.
People that order fajitas, the Mount Kilimanjaro erupting of Mexican food, deserve to be slapped at the table.
Riddle me this before we move on to real racing stuff. Riddle me this, though. If they didn't sizzle like that, and if I ordered them just for the taste, and a person like me, who I know this can be hard to believe, doesn't give a shit what people think, want it for the taste, like, why judge me? Why not be like, well, she don't give a fuck, you know?
Because if they're not sizzling, then okay. If they're non-sizzling, if they're non-erupting fajitas, I'm good with it. If you bring the plate out,
your blood pressure up.
If you bring the plate out and they need to turn on the exhaust fans to get the shit to the table, I'm out. You're a loser, and I'm leaving.
So if y'all ever want to get Lyle Barnett out of the way, order fajitas.
Hey man,
you know what? You know who I bet orders fajitas every time they go to the Mexican restaurant? John fucking Odom, because he's a loser and he sucks. He orders fajitas. There's no doubt in my mind.
You know who else probably orders them is Quarter Mile Media.
Yeah,
screw you.
Do you think they have like a punch card at the fajita joint? Like where like you get 10 punch cards for fajitas, you get a free fajita?
Yeah, for every punch card you get on your punch card, I'm punching you in the face.
Hey, Jenna put a comment up here. Something about, as Blake Scott would say about fajitas, why would you want to make your own food?
Agreed. That's like going to Mellow Mushroom. Like, yep, you know what? I'm going to go pay $70 a plate to cook my own food.
I want to hear in the comments who's brave enough to be with me and say, we don't give a shit. We order the fajitas anyway.
Lyle, the Diva, Barnett, Nick, you probably like fajitas, loser.
I'm missing a lot of good comments because I was going to move on, but I think I'm going to indulge some of the fajita comments.
Sometimes we got to talk about real life stuff here. You know, we're solving the world's problems.
You know, I get bent out of shape about a lot of things. I don't know that that's ever
that fajitas is it.
You know
well, I normally I'm thinking about the cylinder head I threw out on the floor today. Oh man.
Roll your own burrito. That's great. But also, like, I'm very picky about what I like on them.
I guarantee you, Jeremy Talcott, that son bitch eats fajitas. And he orders a pitcher of Bud Light with his fajitas. I guarantee. Like Justin Wilson.
I saw in that summer.
If you order the lunch portion, it's not smoking around here. All right. So we got the fajita updates. Let's move on. This is a comment that I saw that I wanted to talk about that's on my hot topic list, and that's Travis Harvey beating folks in the ground in PDRA Pro Boost. Dude. Not only did they flat absolutely run spectacular, Travis teabagged them, and I mean double teabagged them and triple teabagged them on the
Riddle
start
me
line.
This. Imagine you're Jason Harris. You're 17 on the tree. Final round, you go 358, get beat on a hole shot.
That's not getting. I don't look at that as getting beat on a hole shot.
No, that's just an unfortunate stat.
And you did get beat on a whole shot, but if you told Jason going up there that I guarantee you that you can run 358 and go 17 on the tree, would you like to take that? Or anybody? And we would all say, yes, give me the 58 with the 17. Yep. I'm mailing it in, right? Yep. And when you got somebody like Travis is driving right now, the Pro Chargers and Pro Boost have so much advantage over the rest of the field, but there's enough of them that the racing is good between them. So you got 7 or 8 of them out there in La La Land outrunning everybody, 8th to 12th or 15th or where the rest of the field are. It's good racing for that half of the field. For the non-dumpers and the folks that don't have the 60 pounds of boost and 600 cubic inches, all of that is good racing back there. But it's like you have 2 fields in Pro Boost. You got the folks that wrote the check and the dumpers up here. You got the racers and the non-dumpers back here, and both of it's equally good racing. But congratulations to Travis for
that was so cool to see. I just love the Carolina kid. He's one of my favorites.
Yep. And all of PDRA was good. Pro Nitrous was good. Top Sportsman was good. Congratulations to Donnie Urban and Jeffrey Barker for their Top Sportsman win.
Oh, Jim Halsey just put the
Halsey.
long dong to
Dude, long dong, got it.
Long dong.
You're not fucking with that.
All right. You're not gonna outrun
And
Brandon.
if Travis
and not
keeps
only is
driving like
Brandon,
he's driving, you're not fucking with
right.
it.
Not only is Brandon running really well and doing a good job, Halsey is driving like a madman. And when you put that two together, the rest of the field is just catching up.
I mean,
And
I was really, as much as I hate to say this, I was really impressed with how Jay Cox ran this weekend. His performance was good. He ran well. I still didn't have anything for those guys, but he was there. He was relevant.
Y'all always breeze over it. You know, I'm going to mention it in Pro Stock too. When you've got a guy who's number one qualifier by far, and then somebody goes trip zip on him, like the fastest car is not winning in PDRA Pro Stock every weekend, and that's cool.
Yeah.
I just got a text
actually
from someone that said, "Fuck you, I love fajitas."
There you go. Hey, Erica's in the house. What up, Double E?
Hey, Double E, what do you think about fajitas?
Erica loves Mexican food. As long as she can put cheese on it, that bitch will eat it.
Erica, if you say you like fajitas,
Lyle, don't you play loyalty game with me and my sister, boy.
No,
well, it's not loyalty. We want
not.
truth. She doesn't have to pick her culinary taste based on which one of you are
Oh,
bigger.
my bad.
We want to know if she orders fajitas on Taco Tuesday.
And Erica, before you answer that, when I say,
I don't know how we got
do you
back
order
on fajitas.
Do you order fajitas? Because they suck. If you order the fajitas that erupt, like Mount Kilimanjaro, they're erupting everywhere.
I love that
when
word.
you walk by people, you've got to worry about it burning them.
Fuck
Do
them.
you order those kind of fajitas? No.
What is that? So I love that word.
Sorry, I was the first F-bomber. My bad.
What's that other word that I like? It's a Mexican food. It's on the menu. It sounds good.
Chimichanga?
Chimichanga. That's it. It kind of rolls off the tongue.
Yep.
While we're waiting on that, oh yeah, I got Fulton Power to the front. Annette, you're gonna enjoy the Q&A session later. You're probably gonna be one of the ones that
Jenna Moorhead, if you and Chase serve fajitas at your wedding, I am turning tables over.
Hey, joke's on you. I've seen the venue tables are built in.
I'll set them on fire.
What other notable stuff happened in PDRA before we get back to fajitas? So Mountain Motor Pro Stock was awesome. Pro Nitrous, good racing, Halsey. Pro Boost, 2 classes, half everybody's dumping in big motors, half everybody's running legal. What else we had that was good?
I gotta say, I hate to be cliche here, but like they get dealt the piss ass end of the weather stick all the time. And those guys and gals that work there, whether they're on the track, prepping it, rebuilding it, or administratively redoing everybody's flights and stuff, I'm on the back end of all of those messages. What a shit show. They deliver every time and they get it done.
Absolutely. And Barker Max, I don't know if you missed it, I already congratulated you and the Urbanator Hollywood for smoking out the elite Top Sports.
What
was that?
That was my dog.
Not to go a totally different direction. I've seen a bunch of comments though, but obviously everybody has seen the news surrounding Lizzy, Musi, and all she's got going on. It's obviously we're all praying for it. You know, the initial prognosis didn't look too good, and they're working hard. I think I saw today she was at a cancer hospital in Texas. For those of you who may not know, which I don't know how you wouldn't, she had like some triple or double negative breast cancer that had spread to her lymph nodes and her liver. And one thing obviously she has working in her favor is that she is young. I think she's right around my age. She's 32 or 3. But a tough road ahead for Lizzy and the Musi family and Kai and everybody involved. So, obviously all of us here at Shake and Bake are praying for you guys. That's a tough battle to fight, but anything you guys should ever need from us, we're obviously all here.
Listen, while we're on that too, as the only girl in the house on this, like we switched vibes here hard, but this shit's important. Like they don't start your mammograms and all that until you're 35, 40 years old. I had a scare about 3-4 years ago, had to have surgery, had some stuff removed. Like you have got to be proactive and take care of yourself here. Tell your doctors what you think and pay for the extra tests and get it done. And a girl like Lizzy going through this where she has the platform that she does, I hate it for her. And it's awful, but there is a good that's going to come from it because people will see her story. And when she beats this and it all goes down, she's going to be an advocate for us being able to say the system is broken. You don't wait till you're 40 to get this stuff done. Like, be an advocate for yourself and get it done. And kudos to her for using her platform and being transparent with it. And I give her big kudos for that.
Yeah, 100%. So like, cancer does not care your gender, your age. It is colorblind. It just wants to kill you. And we have someone in my family very close to me fighting the same battle right now. And man, it's a tough road. We're thinking about you. We want to talk about your success story here.
It's gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be a good one.
But guys,
I can tell you firsthand, the medical community, not the community, the medical system does not give a shit about you. If you care about you, you have to take your well-being into your own hands, have some common sense, and stand up for yourself. Because all they want to do is refer you and get paid until you die. And they get paid all the way down that road, from the very first person all the way down the end. And I'm not saying that people that are in the medical community do not care. I'm talking about the way the insurance system and our medical system is rigged to milk money off of you until you die. If you want to take care of yourself, you're gonna have to take your health into your own hands. Yeah.
I saw she said something there, like she'd felt it, and I watched her video and all that. I'm not speaking out of term here, but she said she felt it, and when she went to Australia, her doctor was like, let's just keep an eye on it, and she had inkling that she wanted to go more into it, and that's it right there. That's what we take from it, guys. Listen to your body.
Guys are probably I'm not saying we're any better or worse, but we're tough, and it'll be all right. It'll just heal itself. Like, you pay attention to that stuff, with all everything that's going on today. Take it all serious and go get checked out, even if you think maybe it's okay. There's nothing wrong with getting some kind of medical professional's opinion on any of that.
Hell, Alexis DeJoria does free mammograms at the Dallas race in October. Go get it done.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. That's a tough one for me, buddy. That's
necessary. It's absolutely necessary. Drag racing's a family, and we stand behind our peeps no matter what.
Yes, we do. I got to update Lyle's headline here.
I do want to talk about, I just saw the comment, Scotty Gore, who is an announcer for the PDRA. He's got two boys who are both professional cornhole players.
Literally.
They're 14 years old, and them dudes are gangster. I mean, like, you ain't never seen nothing like these two dudes. And there's they take, I can't remember, there's several hundred or a couple hundred maybe pros every year. You have to qualify for that. They both did at 14 years old. And Jacob was on ESPN about 2 weeks ago, playing in the Final Four in singles, was up 17-2 in the semifinal.
Dirty.
And had some trouble there at the end. And I can't remember that dude's name that got around him. But congratulations to those boys. They've got a bright career ahead of them in cornhole at 14 years old to play on the big stage for a national championship in Corpus Christi, Texas, I think is where it was. But congratulations to the whole Gore family. That's pretty freaking cool.
That is cool. And while we're on the subject of cornhole, let's talk about the NHRA Pro Modified Second Annual Cornhole World Championship at Charlotte Motor Speedway Thursday night. $10 buy-in. You got to sign up. It's a random chip draw. We're going to have 7 boards, 7 games playing simultaneously. Last year, me and Lyle were partners. There was some hoodoo going on with the rule makers. I think the Pro Chargers and the Pro Line guys came in and realized that we had to leave the dump open and the team got messed up. I got Ricky Smith as a partner, and we got crushed. I think my own employee crushed me.
So then I got teamed up with Jericho Baldiff's dad, who we did.
He's pretty good.
We went to the final.
Yep.
And after they broke all the teams up that were already kind of pre-organized and whatever, they let some ringer team in last minute because we had already drawn.
Right.
And these two dudes came in the final. And
who was it?
It was some fuel guys.
Nah, it was some of Stan Shelton's. It was some of the Colt Lumber crews.
Yeah, they sat behind the scenes until hey, we're coming out.
They sat on the other side of the trailer about 5 minutes before the first bag was thrown. They're like, hey, we want to play.
We're not doing that this year. You're going to have to be signed up before we draw. I'm going to be on the rules committee because I'm not racing this year, so I'm going to have fun.
Courtney, are you any good at cornhole?
Probably not.
No. Okay.
First
if
off-
it took you that long to respond, you're not
No, I'm either solid on or I can't hit the board. It's just like bowling. I'm either bowling a 200 or a freaking 80. It just depends. Whatever I throw first is what happens.
Melanie says Katie will tear. Hey, if she's good at cornhole, I need her to be my partner.
I bet.
'Cause I am mediocre at best at cornhole. I'm like double C. If I'm on, I'm good. If I'm not,
if Katie's
I'm
that good, I need a partner. So
Yeah.
bring her on over there.
I'm getting texts that I should stream the cornhole tournament live on Flo's Facebook.
It will be exciting. It's going to be like a toned
Please give me that
down
morning.
version of Shake and Bake.
That's
So-
not a bad idea.
It's going to be.
What
and
time
like,
is it? What time y'all doing it?
6 o'clock. And like last year, nobody was really hauling ass at this time. So the shit talking was at a minimum. I think 15 pro mods went in the 60s today. So like the shit talking, this is before Q1, is going to be pretty good. I'm going to be trying to get side bet up.
Stevie,
I'm
did you just
gonna
pour
rain
another
on
cup
weekend.
of Sutterhome? Is that
Yes,
what you
I just
did?
topped
Okay,
off
yeah.
my white
Wanted to
Zinfandel for the
just wanted
evening.
to make
Thank you.
sure.
I have a legit question. And maybe y'all can say I'm stupid. I'm a girl, whatever.
You're a stupid girl. Okay.
Okay. Remember, I see you in 2 days, you stupid man. There's a Greg Anderson commenting in here. Is that Greg Anderson, or is that another Greg Anderson? I want to know if this is Greg Anderson, Pro Stock Greg Anderson, or another Greg Anderson.
Yep, we need to know.
I bet it's another Greg Anderson, but I just saw it and I thought, oh my God, Greg Anderson's watching. But then I thought he doesn't have a Facebook.
I don't know.
Off
We'll find
topic,
out.
just wanted to know because, like I said, I read the comments.
Yeah, Who Chargers versus Nitrous. They won't let the Who Chargers. I got to remove another O from the Who Charger. It is now under the current rule package. It's the Ho Charger because we were hoo like an owl, and now we're like a hummingbird, like until you have a heart attack and die. So
You're like
we're a Ho Charger.
You a hoe charger. You a hoe.
No, I'm not released a race. I am feeling really good, and I'm thinking within a month or two, we're getting closer. As the doctors continue to milk me until I'm bankrupt for all these exams and stuff, we realize that I am healing up well. I've been going back to the gym last couple weeks, feeling good, getting back to me, and it's good to not have pain again. It's been a long time since my neck, back, shoulder hadn't hurt. I forgot what it was like, so I'm doing good. Thank you, guys.
Do tell me what that's like. I chose the non-surgery route. Now I'm wishing I would have just done it with you.
Yeah, I wish I'd have done it about 5 years ago. Because, like, when you've hurt for a really long time and you've dealt with pain for years and years and years, you don't know what it's like to not hurt. And, like,
Every
when I
day.
get up in the morning, 6 a.m., boom, feet hit the floor, and you don't have to roll out of bed and take about 45 minutes to get standing up straight, you're like, damn, I remember what this was like.
Seriously, my best friend
it was
Danielle
pretty
the other
good.
day was giving me shit. She's like, I think it's really alarming that your neck hurts every day. I'm like, no, that's just the way that it is. It's just the way it is.
And we've got we're not.
Oh, yeah,
on
we're on
Facebook.
YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Did I'm sure y'all saw over the weekend that old Cletus McSkeeter got her done again at Streetcar Takeover Bristol. My man Pete Harrell on the keyboard.
Yeah, they're tearing them out the frame.
I was there earlier this morning at HED, and Pete was telling me that it was probably the worst prep track he'd ever seen at one of these events. And I think they went a best of, which not that it's slow, but they went a best like 750 something in Cleater's car, which is capable of going 620s. But they managed to get it done. And then Cletus simultaneously had a Danger Ranger 9000 race at Bristol Motor Speedway on dirt. And I don't know if you saw any of the clips of that race, but it was complete and utter chaos.
Yeah, it looked
Trucks
pretty
flipping over.
special.
That's one of those that would put Stevie in a wheelchair if he and I.
Because I'm going to hold. Hey, I can tell you this: if me and Lyle ever get invited to another Cleater event, and we have a pre-race rules briefing, whatever they tell us, I'm not doing.
That's
When
right.
they tell you when the caution flag comes out, no passing under caution, lift off the throttle, be good boys, we're going to pair you back up. I don't even hear that. I'm passing everybody on the outside, banging the wall, taking the doors off the cars. I don't give a shit.
Stevie went from fourth to last in one caution lap.
And I'm just sitting there doing what I'm supposed to do. And everybody, I'm like, why are those people cost me? And then we're in last. And then we're spun out.
Don't
And
follow
me a
the rules.
radiator.
Nobody that wins follows the rules.
Well, it was our first time there. I was like, we're guests. like we need to follow the rules. This question, Firestone Walker 805. I haven't seen it out here, but I do like it. When I won the championship in 2020, NHRA gave me a whole cooler full of it, and I do like that beer, but I haven't seen it in our stores here.
I see it every once in a while. I think they have it at our HEB, but
bring me a case of it. It's pretty good.
At your what?
HEB?
The Heb.
Howard E. Butt was his name. He called it the HEB, or as Dion, when he first moved here, every time I said it, he thought I was saying AGB. So now we call it the AGB.
Invincible tuning sucks. It's not fun. It's terrible. It's just terrible. It's like hitting your wiener with a sledgehammer over and over and over and over.
I have a comment on that.
Hoping one day
on the wiener meter.
So tuning is a double-edged sword. When it goes good and it's doing like you want it to do, there's nothing better in the world. And when you're struggling with trying to keep two cylinders lit and can't figure out why they won't run, it can be challenging. When you care about winning as much as I do, you wrap your identity up in how the race car runs, whether it be yours with a customer, and it can affect you personally when you just continue to suck. So
that is a real life thing. And I'm going to, unless you have more to talk about there, I want to transition a little from what you just said there, because one of the things that I wanted to talk about was the kind of elite catch up. I see people asking about Erica and whatnot. What you just said there is something I dealt with, and I hope Erica's still listening, that dealt with Erica. Like, obviously, everybody watching, Erica is the freaking GOAT, all the things, but we are struggling this year. Things are not going well. We do not know what's going on in that race car. And Erica is like you, Stevie. She absolutely wraps her entire soul. What she does is who she is. And I don't fault her for it. I'm not talking mess. That's why she's so good. But your girl is not happy, and your girl is pissed off, and your girl wants to win bad. And it's very disheartening to see, because like today I tried to tell her, you can't take it away. You're the first. You got 43 wins, all this stuff. But as you know, like, it doesn't matter. Everything else has happened doesn't matter, because we're on today. And so and we're way out of order here of what I wanted to do, but I wanted to kind of catch everybody up on the elite stuff that we've been testing, been changing everything. I mean, everything. Erica can get on here on the comments and talk about it, but from head to toe, and just haven't yet pinpointed it, found little things here and there, but we've got TJ low key just winning, running up, semi and doing his thing. Aaron's making gains here and there, but we've had a lot of hate, which is pretty salty for me to see, because we've been doing so well for the past decade that people have been loving us. But these fans have turned a little on it and given my sister some personal shit. And what you said about wrapping yourself around who you are, it's like, these people don't realize all the things that go into this, and the tiny little maneuvers that make little changes here and there and all of that. So there was no point to that. I just wanted to give the world a little elite update so they can stop messaging me, asking me why we switched the team and why Erica sucks now and all this other happy horse shit that's not true.
And I can say this for 100% personal experience. When you come off of winning a lot and you do bad for whatever reason, people love it.
They do.
People
and
love to watch you suck.
The winningest season that anybody's had since Bob Glidden to what we're doing now, that's the fall that's the hardest. It's not the drop off. It's not the Dodge years, what we were doing. But give your girl a break, man. She's the fucking champ. Give her a break. It's a lot of things.
Before we move on, John Neal, when your fingers are getting numb, my fingers were numb for years, and I'm telling you, the longer you wait, the less you're going to get them back when you get that thing fixed. Go get it fixed. I wish I'd have got it done 10 years ago. Like, I still have numbness here, but I can use my left hand. So that's good. All right, Lyle, what you got? What's your next topic before we smoke on down the road?
Did they give you any indication on when you will be able to drive again?
We're hoping for July. So they think that so for me to get cleared, for my neurosurgeon and my team of surgeons to clear me to get back in the race car, they have to have a CAT scan showing 100% fusion of my spine. That's the only way they'll sign. NHRA drafted this nice, very long form that's very detailed about what they have to sign, basically saying that I'm okay to hit the wall at 250 miles an hour and be all right. So for them to do that, they want a CAT scan with 100% fusion. So they think that would be in June. These CAT scans that I'm having to pay for out of pocket are very expensive. I'm pushing it to July because they think that they're very certain in July that it will show that. So I think I could be as soon as June. I have a CAT scan scheduled in July with a follow-up, and I'm hoping that that gets us where we need to be. If not, I will wait another month and do it again. And then once that shows, I'll send all the paperwork and I'm sure much more money to NHRA, and I should get my license back, I hope. So I'm hoping we're shooting for July. And
so are we gonna have a full rundown pick from Top Fuel to Pro Mod, Pro Stock Motorcycle, Pro Stock included?
I can't wait. I've been waiting for this pick all day because I have done my homework. I haven't. All right, Charlotte 4 wides coming up. Let's make some picks, baby. Let me look in the comments first because I was holding on to that one and make sure that there's nothing we need to address before we get to picking.
I still don't know who I'm picking for Pro Mod. Oh, and bikes are back. Bikes are back.
Well, that's where we're starting. We're starting with Pro Mod, most exciting class in NHRA drag racing, period. Pro Modified. Steve, you've got your pick, Stevie, because you want it last, or do you want to?
I want to go last. I'm going to go last because I want to see what y'all do. I got
you want
two.
Pro Mod at the end, or you want to start at the?
Let's start at the top. Let's start at Top Fuel. Then we'll go Top Fuel, Funny Car, Pro Stock, Dirt Bikes, Pro Mod. Sorry,
Top Fuel.
Don't ladies first me. Don't do that bullshit.
Ladies first.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So Top Fuel, who you got?
I'm going with my heart. I'm not going with my head. I'm going with Steve-O. He's on the brink of something else. And I know it's 4 wides. He runnered up last weekend. Good friends with a couple of the crew guys. They've got their shit finally meshing. I'm going with Steve-O.
I love Steve Torrance. I love that team. I love their passion. Steve Torrance is a new pilot. Shares aviation.
Oh, that's right.
He's flying. He's flying. Bo's flying. Randy's flying. Aviation's taking over the world. Matt, tighten up. What is that? That's like a bong.
Listen. Double.
I am picking Antron because Antron's on fire. He's driving the shit out of the car. He is mentally ready to go 4 wide racing, and Antron's winning the race.
I was torn between 4 of them. I like Antron as a pick. I like Steve-O as a pick. I like Clay Milliken as a pick. But looking at where it matters when you're leaving the starting line, Justin Ashley has just been on.
I almost did it, but he's won so much.
And I love all of those guys and many of the aforementioned. And I think Clay Milliken's one of my good buddies. But I just think that Justin Ashley is killing it right now. And the 4 wide, I feel like he's got it figured out as well. And if he continues to cut like he's been cutting, you pretty much double the gap between him and whoever else he's running. I think Justin Ashley's got it covered.
And I'm not opposed to that. He is killing them. Like for me, it was
every pick is plausible here.
Ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous, and he's just so nice. All right, somebody else go first for Funny Car. We'll mosey it around.
I'll go first in Funny Car because it's pretty simple. I'm going with Matt Hagan.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just hard to bet against that team. They kick the shit out of him in the heat. He's driving the car good. They're fast as hell. He's got a good head on his shoulders when it comes to the deal. And like, there's the Funny Car field's tight, but like that thing is a hot rod. Like
it is.
The forecast for Charlotte is not good. They're going to get 1 or 2 rounds of qualifying in at most. And
Dickie's going to give them
the winner. He's going to show them why they call him.
You need to make sure you add that one to the list there, Courtney. You're not paying attention to anything.
I was texting Morgan and Jenna. We're talking about trivia questions. I'm doing my homework.
So
I got one for you.
I wanted to go first for Funny Car because I figured somebody was going to pick Matt, and I'm going to stay with that. Matt Hagan. Those guys are on fire right now.
Yep.
Matt's driving good. I think that he's a Justin Ashley-ish driver over there, and the 4 wides do not alter his concentration or anything there. So I'm picking Matt Hagan for sure.
Man, I mean, I think Matt's gonna win again. I gotta be different, right?
Why are you always eating on the show? What do you
because
have?
If I drink too much, I get drunk, and then I say dumb shit, and then people tell me I'm publicly drunk.
Who gives a shit what people tell you?
I don't. I still drink.
Anyway, so you're gonna pick the
if y'all weren't gonna pick Matt, I was gonna pick Matt. But since you did, I'm gonna go off on a ringer in here, and I'm gonna say Tasca.
Tasca's been running well.
I'm gonna say Tasca.
So I don't think that's a bad pick.
And honestly, 4 wide, there really isn't a bad pick. I was thinking
No,
Caps
there's
too. Caps has got to have one coming up quick. His guys are hungry, but I'm gonna go Tasca. I think it's gonna be a whoop Tasca kind of weekend, you know.
Man, Tasca. All right, well, who you got in Pro Stock? I know who you got. I went first last time. Lyle, it's your turn to go first.
As we've shown, 4 wides are weird.
4 wides are weird. He's been there. He's done that. He's hometown. And I think Dallas Glenn's going to do it again.
I'm thinking Dallas Glenn too. I am too.
I think right now you just can't. I think that I think that team is hot. Well, obviously they're hot. I think Dallas is driving about as good as anybody right now. And I think Dallas will get it done. If I had to take a second pick, I think I would take Aaron Stanfield. He drives equally as good, I think, but I just think that right now Dallas is on fire, and I think he's got what it takes to win there.
I'm taking Dallas for 2 reasons. One, the limited amount of qualifying runs is going to shake up all the rounds of field, and maybe the rain will go away. I'm just a worst case scenario type of guy. Home field advantage, coming off a win, driving the shit out of it. Yeah. It's gonna be Dallas Glenn.
I'm gonna.
All right, fire it in there. This is your class, so like you know more about it than we do.
So Pro Stock is a fickle little bitch, right? A lot of things don't repeat. I think it's already rare. Last year, just throw it to the wolves. I think it's already rare. We've had a repeat this early in the year, and I just don't think that that's the way the Pro Stock gods line it up. I may stick my foot in my mouth here, but I don't think Dallas is going to do it again. Nothing against Dallas. His car's fast, and he's 00 Dallas. But only reason I'm not saying Aaron is he's running factory stock, and I love AA. I am Team White till I die. But there's always some things that go on. He's a busy guy, so I'm gonna go TJ.
Okay,
I like that pick.
Yeah, I like that pick too.
TJ's fast right now. I almost said Christian. Christian is on the brink of something great. And there's another new Quadra.
How about David Quadra coming in?
We're going to have 9 Pro Stock cars. We're going to have a quad of 4 Quadras. A quad of Quadras. Isn't that cool?
That's pretty cool.
So that's really cool. But we are spread. And TJ's stuff is banging right now. His head's in the right spot. And always I'm Team Erica. If Erica wins, I will freaking throw my hat in the air and do my stupid TikTok dance and be the happiest bitch alive. But I'm gonna go with Team Yeller. Black and Yeller.
I want to make a comment on this. Alexis absolutely is hauling ass, and she is on the verge of running good. That team is kicking ass, and they're on the way up. It's good to see her running good.
Yeah, for sure.
And I believe 100% that when Erica starts winning, it is going to be a tidal wave.
And I hope she does. I hope she comes to Charlotte and absolutely whips ass all over the place.
Just so she can walk out and be like, "Told you, bitches."
Yeah. No,
and so her attitude can go back to normal Erica and not like, what am I doing?
It's hard. Like Erica's driving style and mine are similar in a lot of ways. The way we approach adversity is similar in a lot of ways. I watch all these folks race all the time, and it failure breeds failure, and winning breeds winning. And when it turns, it's going to be. It's not like she can't do it. And I love to hear all the haters be like, "Oh, she can't do it." And I'm like, you people are lost. I have always said, and I stand by it, that Erica is one of the most naturally talented race car drivers I've ever seen. I've been saying that since 2016. And I mean that. One of the folks that when they get in the car, you just know that they were made to drive the car. And there's not a lot of folks that you can say that about. But when that tide turns, it's going to be awesome.
Listen, and when that car catches up to where she's at, her driving, I mean, it's just it will be stupid, and I can't wait for that. Today, I even told her, I said, "You won the championship from the 8 seed one time. Shush up, you're fine." Anyway, bikes. So bikes, we haven't seen bikes in a minute, and we had a barn burner in Gainesville with Oh my gosh, what's his name? The new guy, Gage Herrera, winning in Gainesville, which was cool. And Jackson wants Gage to win.
He said no Gage. Matt Smith is wearing them out in Charlotte.
Yeah,
Matt Smith.
I don't know that Charlotte Four Wides is a place for somebody like Gage Herrera to double up.
Yep.
I was going to take Eddie Krawick, and I'm going to stick with Eddie Krawick.
I like that pick.
To win Charlotte. I don't think Matt Smith is a bad pick. I just think Eddie's due, and I think the Four Wides is somewhere a veteran like him can just come there and win. So that's what I'm picking.
Who you got?
I got Matt. Matty Matt.
Driving off the cliff with me.
Yep.
Hey, what is your TikTok dance?
Well, last year, every time she won, I did the electric eel with the Wally in front of the car. And I was kind of stressing before games. So I'm like, I got to think of a new winner dance. Well, I have had plenty of time, and I don't know if it's going to be the same one or a different one. So y'all send me your dance suggestions.
Well, if you've had plenty of time, which I think is kind of fucked up to say.
I mean,
I think you should come. I think you should have a new one by now. So the fact that you don't.
I did.
When Eric goes back and wins, you better have some new hotness lined out.
I've got 2 or 3 that I've got memorized, and it's going to be a game time decision. You know, it depends on how many White Claws I had in the winner's circle. It just depends.
All right. You know what time it is, and I'm going first because y'all aren't going to believe it.
Did we form
Let's
a
pick
plan?
Pro Mod.
Oh, okay.
No, we're doing Pro Mod. The only thing that matters in the world.
Okay.
All right, Pro Mod Charlotte. 23 cars on the property. 4 wide racing. The drama of the starting line, coupled with the lack of parity, is going to create an environment where anyone can win. Y'all aren't going to believe this, but I'm picking JR Gray to win.
Did Lyle freeze or is he frozen?
I'm telling you that I know. That's why I'm saying. Listen, I love watching JR get crushed better than anybody. But unless the Pro Chargers can leave the dumps open and not get caught, that roots blower, nobody is going to outrun it in Charlotte. JR drove the shit out of the car in Gainesville, did he not?
He did.
Did he not?
He fucking did.
He is one of the few Pro Mod drivers that the 4 wide does not affect. All right? He's going to be 17 to 22 on the tree. I pick him to win the race. Here's what I'm saying. I pick a roots blower to win the race. But if I got to pick a driver, and that's how you know that I'm always honest. Because I want to see him get crushed, but I'm picking him to win. I know Lyle's like leaving the Shake and Bake show. It's going to be the Shake and Bake show.
Look, I'm just a girl with a microphone and the girl who does the TikTok dances, but correct me if I'm wrong here. Jackson, please don't bark. I'm about to go on a tangent.
Jackson thinks I'm crazy too.
Is the 4 wide maybe one of the races where the power adder doesn't have as much?
I don't even know what to do with my hands right now.
Okay, Ricky.
I'm having a tough time even sitting
between the fajitas and the JR Gray pick. Lyle's off the rocker. Okay, so first of all, yes, 4 wide is not one where the power adder doesn't matter.
This is the most disappointing night of my life.
No, not that it doesn't matter, but there's so many other things going on, and that's why we talked about the other classes.
It makes it worse because you're slower than them. You think that you have to go get it on the starting line. It makes it worse.
Okay.
And plus, I was at testing today.
That doesn't matter. You don't pick.
Lyle is pissed. Lyle's so mad that he's gone to regular sized beer.
If you were racing, I was going to pick you.
I was too. This
Your car runs over the cones.
So, newsflash, I'm not picking JR to win Pro Mod.
Who are you picking?
I didn't do any research.
I really was going to pick you, Lyle. To be fair, I was picking you.
I was too, because they got a fast hot rod and Lyle grabbed the shit out of it.
I didn't do any research before the show. And the reason that I am picking this individual is just because that he did not prove it last year, and that kind of goes against what I'm saying, and I've already picked him once this year. But I just
you're going with Stan. I already know it.
No.
You're not going with Stan.
I thought he was too, Stevie.
Me too.
I just don't think you can fuck with Chris here. I just don't think you can do it.
I don't think that Chris can outrun Marcus. The only reason I'm not picking Marcus is because it's his first NHRA race. If Marcus had run one event before here, I'd pick Marcus Burke.
I'm a lady of the drag racing gods and a good story, and that is why I'm on the fence of Marcus coming out of my mouth here right now.
And I'm not saying Marcus is going to have the fastest. Marcus is going to have the fastest Pro Trojan car. He may have the fastest car outright, and he's a great driver. But I'm just telling you the. I'm just telling you qualifying is one thing. I'm just telling you the first time I raced NHRA, I was a complete basket case. Like, I have never dealt with emotion like that. And that's the only reason I didn't pick Marcus.
I can't. You know what? I'm going to go way out over here, and I'm going to say that Mike Castellana is going to get her done.
And he can. And they hauled ass today.
So Mike Castellana, and you know what? Mike's done this every time the four wides have ever happened, I think. Yeah. I think that Mike can go up there. The reason, and you know, I don't think that JR is a bad choice. I'll admit that. I would never pick him just because he's my arch rival and I have literally taken that man's mortgage payment. But I just think that the pressure piled on and him knowing that he has the car to beat. Now, you can't really say that much because he won Bristol when he had the car to beat and he did it. I just think that when it comes down to it, if it really matters, I just think Mike Castellana just doesn't give a shit. Like, that dude goes up there, he puts his helmet on, sticks his glasses in his helmet, and he sits back in there, just like Brandon Snyder. Like, they look like they're driving a Cadillac Coupe de Ville. You know, like, if you've ever watched In-Car of Brandon Snyder or any of them, it's just like all this relaxed, you know, who gives a shit. And I think Mike Castellana can, as good as they ran in Virginia. Now the difference, Stevie, you know, is that you go from Virginia, which is prepped to the gills, you're going to come to Charlotte, and that motherfucker's bald as shit. And that's going to change some things.
One thing I want to say before I let you pick, when I think I won the 4-wide the last time we had a 4-wide.
You did.
You did.
Okay, so Castellana, we were in all 3 quads together.
No, you won the one before. Chris Thorne won it last year. Me and him were in the final.
Okay, the one before.
Yep.
Castellana, we were dead nuts down there in the 60s on E1. I think he won. I think either I beat him on a hole shot or he beat me on a hole shot in E2, fastest cars. And then in E3, their car wouldn't start. But like the last 4-wide, he would have probably won if their car would have started. So that's a good pick.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Mike just because I can't pick JR ever.
All right, the pressure's on you.
So since we've all had explanations, I have had 3 in my head for 3 days that I wanted to pick for this. My 3 were Marcus, Chris, and I'm going to give Lyle another fucking heart attack. Father Time. Just to ruffle some feathers. I know. God. And look, I've got my army of bitches here with Morgan, Miles, and Jenna, and I've been asking them, like, which one? We wanted to ruffle some feathers. I'm not going to do it, but let me tell you, those are your girls, man. I think it's cool he's coming back. I think he has in his brain something to prove, and I like Ricky, and I think that's cool. But I'm going to have to go with my gut, and my witch intuition says Chris Thorne is going to just do it dirty.
I mean, I don't think that's a bad pick either.
But I want Marcus. Marcus is my heart pick. Chris is my head pick. But you make a good point, Stevie, about the first NHRA, and then on top of that being 4-wide, and that takes nothing away from anything that Axeman can do. That's just a fact.
No, this is literally the most difficult race you could ever make your debut in pro. Ever.
I told Marcus, I was like, I told him today, I said, boy, you picked a good one. Picked a good one to go figure it out.
And that's again why, you know, I would, if he's still on here, like, go to the seminar and go up there and watch on Thursday. Go watch just
everyone,
go up there and pay attention. You know, you cannot stress that enough, because you'll go up there in E1 and the first thing you're going to do is look up to your left at the grandstands up there, and you are going to be fucked. Yep. If you're in lane 2 or 3 in E1, gee, Lord help you.
Hey, while we're talking about Father Time, I want to point out how good he ran at PDRA.
Mhm.
And I was surprised. He was in the final. He was
Very
relevant. He went 65 and he drove well, and I was impressed.
Yeah, he did run good.
And they're racing in North Carolina. Not a bad pick. The lack, if it rains, they're going to run the pros. And if they run the pros and push pro mod, the lack
That's
of
the thing, they will.
qualifying is going to change up a lot.
You're going to get one. Count your lucky stars if you get two.
And that's honestly, that's a leading
fact.
reason why one of the reasons we decided this week just wasn't a good week for us to run with all the things that we battled was the way that the weather looks like you might get to, and it's going to take us
Maybe.
one. I've never taken that car to the quarter mile ever. You're going to talk about go to Q1 to do it? Probably not.
With Sydney's car, we've been to the quarter mile like once, and it was slow as shit. So we're not much ahead of you.
Watch somebody that none of us even just mentioned win. I don't love four wides, but I love that about four wides.
I'm going to go ahead and tell both of you some bitches one thing. After your two picks today for Pro Mod, if I catch y'all drinking an Anheuser-Busch product this week, I am going to.
You'll never catch me.
Or eating a fajita. Or ordering a fajita.
Oh, my God. In fact, if I catch one of y'all eating a fajita, I'm going to go to the bar in the restaurant that you're in, buy an Anheuser-Busch product, and pour it over your head in your booth.
Lyle, you let me know how that works for you.
Annette, I cannot wait. Behind the scenes, there's so much shit going on with this rivalry. It is going to be awesome.
Yeah, if y'all think Top Fuel is a show here, you're wrong.
Yeah.
You're wrong.
There's been a lot of money spent to mess up a lot of folks this week. It's going to be good.
Are we trivia on it? Because I got two prizes to give
well,
today.
first thing, we got to get to Farmer Fran. Farmer Fran is going to be simple this week. It's going to be the PDRA Tech Department.
We just have drinking.
We're not going to pick on any one person. We're just going to bring up a couple of small facts. And believe me, I'm at a PDRA track owned by the person that runs PDRA, so it might not be good. But so most of you guys don't know that up until a couple of weeks ago, you couldn't run a fluid dump in PDRA. Everybody was doing it, so they took it out and let all the people keep doing it. Also, as of last year, the beginning of the season, you could not run an engine over 521 cubic inches with a supercharged entry without a weight penalty. And max cubic inches, I think, were 572 inches. And then somehow over the winter, that just got deleted from the rule book. And now you can have a 600-inch motor with no weight penalty. So essentially, all of the large motor dumpers, that's what we're calling the Pro Charger car these days, the dumpers all basically got a 50-pound weight break. And when you're at an event and you're racing, it's hard to see how behind you are because you just see cars going down the track in a sheet and qualified 8th. And, you know, we did good. We were 7th or 8th. We were the fastest of our power adder. And, you know, but when you watch it from the house and you can look at all the cars run and you realize that, yeah, you know, everybody but the dumpers are 700s behind the field, it's pretty depressing. And like watching what they're doing with parity, either somebody's getting paid, got to follow the money, or people just don't care. And that's my Farmer Fran for the week.
Oh, do we each get our own?
You can. I just want to know how much advantage a combination needs before they're satisfied. Like I told them yesterday, I said, just give them another 50 pounds. They've only got them covered by 700s. If you give them 50 more pounds, they'll have them covered by a 10th. And that way, at least it's an even number. Go ahead.
I have nothing to say there.
I have nothing.
Does anybody disagree?
No, but the PDRA is a very great partner of mine.
Oh, I know that. I know that. I know you can't say anything, but I'm speaking the truth.
My Farmer Fran is yet again my friend at Quarter Mile Media because he gave our guys. I was out to dinner the other night in Vegas for Jenna's birthday. Happy birthday, Jenna. We went to the Katy Perry concert, got white girl wasted, got litty titty. It was awesome. We were reading a post that he did because he thinks if he blocks us, we can't read it, but it's not the way it goes. About how we've got these trick coils that run nitrous through them, and it gets to the.
Oh, I heard about the nitrous coil. Yeah.
Oh, dude, we got it going on, and that's the reason why they're testing oil, and that's the reason Erica sucks is because they started testing oil. But it was so funny because you two know I was out to dinner, and Jake and Anthony Lum were there, and I read it out loud at Jenna's dinner, and both Jake and Anthony's faces like lit up. They were like, "Oh, what a great idea!" Like joking, guys, we're not cheating.
Right.
joking, but
Squirt
like
through the core.
the ignorance that spills through this man's fucking tongue is outrageous. And I just say thank you so much for keeping talking about us. Every time you mention me, I get about 80 new likes. So cheers to you, Warren Rodriguez. We love you here.
And while we're on, while we're on that, I forgot to mention the speed here. What do you think would happen if I showed up and ran 218 with any combination, period, and the next closest car was like 208? What do you think would happen on Monday?
There would be a rule change that would take like 20% overdrive from whatever.
30%, add 100 pounds.
Yeah.
Here, it's fine.
Was that mile per hour real?
I don't know. I just seen it a lot, not from one car.
I know.
If I did it, it'd be real.
Was it all in the same lane?
I don't know. I wasn't paying that attention.
You should get some trick shit like we have.
I need to get some spark plug wires.
Yeah.
Where do you get
Elite
them?
Performance.
Elite Performance sells the nitrous infused.
Yeah. And for anybody who can't take a joke or sense sarcasm, I am kidding. For the love of Pete.
This is true. Right. See, I'm okay to march out on the cliff by myself. I am okay to get run over by the truck.
I mean, I don't have anything. There's no cliff for me to march out on. What do I
So
have?
who's your farmer friend then this week? Do you got one?
I don't have one.
Is it me because I like fajitas?
Maybe. That's good. You know what? My farmer friend this week
It's
is
fajita orderers.
anyone who likes fajitas. Anybody?
I have intel on my text message that said the mile per hour is messed up in the left lane. They did not run 218.
Oh, yeah. Well, my mile per hour was wrong in NHRA.
Right.
My mile per hour wasn't right when I went 257 NHRA and got 15% overdrive taken away. I mean, I didn't really go 257. I'm just kidding.
I was just kidding.
Justin Kreider.
It was a good source. It was
this week then, buddy.
What?
Yeah.
He does.
Justin Kreider said he likes fajitas. Farmer friend.
So
yeah, that was a reliable source there too. Your old World Series Pro Mod champ Spencer had.
Whoop, whoop. Oh, Lyle, you were talking about who was going to come in, or one of you guys were talking about who's going to come in and kill everybody in NHRA. You were, Lyle, earlier. You're talking about somebody from World Series of Pro Mod that was coming to kill everybody. Who are you talking about?
Oh, I was saying if Travis Harvey comes over to
sure.
run NHRA Pro Mod, especially in a car that runs as good as what he's driving, that dude is going to be a killer.
Yeah, he's going to be good. I've always respected him as a driver, and he does a good job.
Very good.
What are you laughing at?
I agree. That had nothing to do with that. On my screen, and my girls know it, on my screen I have my iMessage up on here. So they try and distract me and they send me funny shit and then they watch me laugh.
I got to find that comment. Oh, that's an hour ago that you sent that about fajitas. All right. So trivia tonight is going to be exciting. First, before we get to it, if you guys have any questions, put them in the Q&A. We'll fire them up before we give away some smoky hot goodness. We have limited edition. Matt, where's the
Oh, baby, let's.
All right.
First,
Do we get one of those? Do I get one of those, or do I?
Yeah, well, no, you don't get one of those. So this is put that back up. That's great. This is our 10th episode of the Shake and Bake Show. I had a lot of people tell us that this shit sucked and we wouldn't make it through one. I think in the first episode there was a lot of that. So we have, I don't know how many of these we got. Matt will tell us. Limited edition. We're not selling these. This is not on the store. We're just going to give them away for Q&A. I'll let Matt tell us how many we got. But these are pretty badass. And if you win one, I'll drink some bourbon out of it with you. Before we get
the first problem I have with this is that I have eyebrows.
Yeah.
Hey, don't worry about that. That's good. That's pretty good.
Oh my gosh, I have something hilarious. Jackson, what do you want to talk to them?
All right, Matt's up. Matt's like the voice. He's going to say something.
Yeah, we've got. I've actually only made one, but there's only going to be 10 of them made. 10
total. So we'll give them out a little bit going on the road. We might give one when me and Lyle get partnered up at the Cornhole tournament and win. We might drink some bourbon.
That's a slice of cake.
What about the slice of cake? You're not even good at cornhole.
I didn't say I wanted to win. I just want one. But I got to show you this. I got this texted to me.
What is that? What is your hand on, Lyle?
It's Lyle.
Oh, you're making a fajita. Oh man.
I love this show so much. This is my favorite time ever.
All right, hold on. We got to answer some questions. We asked for
All right.
questions. We got it. Yep. Hollywood got that. Lyle, what the next no prep you're racing at?
I'll have to get back to you on that. I think the $10,000 deal at Jackson. Ooh. Might be a good one.
Hey, you're going to be in my hometown. Shake and bake. Oh, wait, good Tuesday.
Might need to do a little shake and bake from there. They got a $10,000.
We're definitely going to do some honky rocket flying.
Got a $10,000 to win. No prep deal at Jackson in a few weeks. I think the 14th of May. That weekend is the next one. We're actually doing some TV-ish stuff at the beginning of next week that I can't talk about yet, but that will come out over the next few weeks. We're filming Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I'm actually still at MacFab. When I get off here, I'm going straight back there to do some tinkering on that thing to get it ready. But probably the no prep deal at Jackson.
All right. Well, we're going to be at No Mercy. I don't know who you're talking about, Ray. I'm not sure.
Clearly me. He's wondering if I'm racing at No Mercy.
If you're going to be racing there. Will we make the? I don't know how we need to do that, but if we're going to be remote live from Charlotte, we will figure out how to do that.
Watch all of our socials. Just watch them.
Probably watch theirs because I'm
Watch mine.
I'm still going to try to be running 585.
Watch me.
There we go. We got that one. Get on the flask. What's your favorite wine? Somebody's going to dust you off.
Oh, you can't.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, we're fighting on Thursday, Lyle. Anyway.
Fucking Sutter Home with Sprite in it or something stupid.
No,
like
my favorite is nobody shall bring me this because it's only something that somebody gets something out of it shall buy me. It's Camus. But my next favorite, my affordable favorite is Bonanza because it comes from the Camus fields and it is affordable, but it is the same thing. That's what I'm drinking tonight, Bonanza.
Dylan Voss. We're going to talk about this soon. Stay tuned to my YouTube channel for an upcoming video about flying. We're going to have a new up in the air video dropping soon. What? What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at the questions. You got to put Jenna Moore heads up. She has a good one.
Oh, I got to get to it. We will go over this. We don't have time now. We already been on for 1:30. We're going to talk. We'll talk about that next time. Chase.
Be awesome.
Hold on. I'm scrolling down. Lyle, what's up with the missile? Are you running Jeff Thomas race at the War in the Woods?
Don't know yet.
Decanter, small glass, and big glass, Courtney's cup.
Nick Harris said I'm a downer today. Why? Because I hate fajitas?
Because he's telling the truth.
Yeah.
He's keeping it real. Would you rather hang out with Warren or Joe Biden?
Warren, because I want to whoop Warren's ass, and that's a federal offense to whoop Joe Biden's ass, and he can't even walk upstairs, so he'll handle that himself.
Thank you, Kyle. We appreciate that. I'm not sure. The next car, I don't know what color it's going to be, but I'm excited to talk about it when it happens. I might let you guys pick it. Yeah, we don't want to talk about this. This is a whole big wiener in my mouth right here, so we're going to just –
We hit 12. That was 12.
We're just going to not talk about the teabagging that happened on this one. There was a lot of deep throating here.
13.
There was a lot of happened on that one. Where a record will be broken. It can happen any day. One's going to probably happen in Pro Mod in Charlotte. Thompson, Ohio. Beater Bomb. You guys, Joliet. Yes, we'll be in Chicago, baby. Can't wait. We're going to go to the Windy City and eat some pizza and hang out.
Cool name.
I may get to race there.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
For Shakedown, no, I won't be there for Shakedown.
If they paid me, they'd have to pay me a lot. My internet's down. At the Hilton, I probably used up my kilobytes. Lyle's dead. I'm dead.
What? I'm not dead.
I'm here. I'm on that fiber.
Yeah, it's probably. I probably ran over my Hilton Honors Wi-Fi.
You're still solid. You're clear.
So that's a good question. Benjamin Dinkle said, Lyle, would you accept a sponsorship from a Mexican restaurant if you had to eat fajitas regularly?
The answer is yes, he would.
That's not the answer. The answer is yes, only if they did not come out of the kitchen
like Mount
erupting
Kilimanjaro.
like Mount Kilimanjaro.
I can't wait to see you.
I swear to God.
We're gonna do like the most beautiful mixture of punching each other in the face and hugging for 10 minutes that I've ever seen.
If you, so help you God, if you bring anything in the form of a fajita.
Oh, just wait. Again, my army of bitches and I, just wait.
Carry a gun. I'm
Any
not
other
scared to
news,
take you
Lyle?
to the train station.
Ultimate we're talking about, which I've never even said anything bad about him. That was the first time I did, because he'd be talking shit on my homies.
What'd you do?
Well, somebody said any Odom news. I said, no, he ain't worth talking about. That's the first time I've really said anything bad.
Yeah, no, we don't. I didn't realize how out of touch that dude was with drag racing, period, until he called out like a production style Dodge Demon that makes like 1,000 horsepower and said he would run him with his GTR. Like, I didn't realize how dumb that dude was until then. So we're done. We're actually done talking about that dude.
Ooh, good question from Justin, y'all. Where'd it go? Wow, what's worse? A rock up the nose or a steaming fajita?
Steaming fajita. Shoot a rock up my nose out of the end of a 12 gauge shotgun before I
Okay, now we're getting. Oh, there he goes. Oh, we're finally in charge, Lyle.
This is not good.
We are in charge.
I'm blurry.
And you got to focus with your finger.
I'm still blurry.
It's a good thing that y'all brought me on to hold this show, because what would it be?
What's going on here?
Wait, we're going to.
There we go.
There you go.
We're back.
All
Matt,
right,
are you still on here?
Hopefully. Tortilla challenge and loser has to eat. We can't put the comments on the screen because Stevie has yet to give us admin accessibility, so we'll just read them.
Calling Matt.
Calling Matt. Tortilla challenge. You and me, Lyle. Loser has to eat fajitas.
There he is.
Damn it. We were in charge for a minute.
What happened?
I don't know. I think I've used up all the kilobytes at the Hilton.
Okay, well,
Still might be
back to the giveaway that we were going to do. Like,
Yeah, we're doing a giveaway now. Okay. Good questions, people.
who, what, Stevie, did you come up with, or do we have a question?
I do. I have two, because I have two prizes to give away this weekend because I'm sponsored. Do you have something in your eye, Lyle? Do you need help? Did you have something in your eye?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yep. A little bit of bullshit that you spit through the screen here.
I
This
did.
is bad. All right, am I back?
It's probably
You're
pain.
back.
I used up all the kilobytes at the Hilton. I had to tether to my phone. So sorry about that. Anything bad y'all were talking about me? I probably did.
I won't lie.
All right,
I
let's talk about the giveaway.
just how beneficial the show was when Courtney and I were in charge.
Yes.
Yeah, y'all can run the deal anytime. I'm ready to go.
kidding.
All right, so let's talk about giving shit away. Do you guys have giveaway and a question? Because I want to go last for the flask.
I have two. I had people reach out to me and want to give stuff away.
All right, go ahead. Fire the cannon.
So my first one, and I don't have good questions. I just have good prizes. So go on with your bad self. I got to pull up Nate. Nate from Streetcar Bragging Rights, who's the one who sent me this lovely photo of Lyle with the fajitas. We have
You motherfucker.
I have two sets of tickets to the Streetcar Bragging Rights, which are going to be in y'all's neck of the woods. Friday and Saturday night include catered dinner, trackside hospitality, access with private luxury restrooms, tower access, more perks. So tickets to the race. You can contact me for more information. I don't have a good question. I asked him for help. He didn't give me any help. So I'm going to do something personal here and say, Erica and I, I got to watch. Erica and I have another sibling. Okay. Is it a boy or girl, and what is their name?
I don't know the answer.
I know, and you're one of my best friends. That's why this is good. And Jenna, no, you can't fucking answer.
Jenna, did
Right,
she
yeah,
do it?
like
Jenna, damn it.
All right. What is boy or girl? Is it a brother or sister? And what is their name?
Wow, I did not.
I'll put it in the private chat, Matt.
This is news to me.
I know, right? Because he wasn't in the movie, blah, blah, blah.
oh yeah.
You missed me on this one.
If
Ooh,
nobody
it's
gets
tight.
the name, we'll just have to figure it out. But like,
There's some close.
There, like right now, Google is winning.
I don't even.
We've already got a winner.
Oh, we did. Who was it? I
Wow.
don't know if it's cheating. Who
Really?
was it?
Oh, wait. Let me double check it.
Wait, look in the private chat before you do that now.
Oh, close, but no winner.
Okay, I was going to say there was one that was real
I was about to
close.
say, I didn't see it.
It is definitely not the guy who runs quarter mile media because Eric and I would already held him down till he couldn't breathe no more.
Okay, so we've got.
Oh, we got one.
Oh,
Yeah, but they well, I mean, I guess
I think F5 Garage.
F5 Garage got it. He didn't say boy, but I mean, I guess Tom. There's not many.
Yep. We do have a brother. His name is Tommy. He is from my dad's first marriage, and he's freaking awesome. He lives in Phoenix. And Jenna and Morgan made it aware tonight that no one knows we have a sibling. So I thought that would be fun. So I will get with Matt. I'll get with you, but we'll need to get with Nate on the tickets. And I hope you're local to Charlotte. If not, maybe we can switch around and do some merch or something.
Yeah, F5 Garage. Send me
Pretty
an email with a screenshot of your YouTube account to matt@steviefest.com so I can verify you, and then I will get your contact information over to the Courtney.
that's a
Wow,
pretty sweet giveaway.
It is a
That's
pretty
pretty
sweet giveaway.
Right.
That's going to be a cool race. I hope I can come. We may have a flow race that contradicts, but I hope I can come.
Who's next?
He ain't on the Google.
Go ahead, Lyle. Fire the smoky eyebrow
All right.
cannon.
So my question, looking over here at the merchandise stack, MacFab T-shirt and hey
Sorry,
Clay,
Clay's driving this way.
He loves-
got a MacFab T-shirt, 2 stickers to go with that. Who won the 2.4 hours of Les Mullets that Stevie and I raced in?
I know this was
I know.
I got gap. You don't know shit. Let me
I
pour
don't
me
know.
another Sutter
Y'all
home.
don't know.
I know that
Stevie-
Sutter home from a gas station sucks.
Stevie's going to have a headache tomorrow, boys.
I got a headache
Private
now
chat,
from
Matt, if
failing,
you haven't seen it.
from losing at life.
Oh, good God.
I'm going to text you night before I go to sleep. Did you win today? And you're going to say yes because I had a show with
No, I
my
did
2
not. I
friends.
will say, oh yeah,
No.
I did. You could say I won this evening.
You won this evening.
Did Odom win?
Matt, the
20
first one I saw, Jesus Christ.
Man, they're coming.
Is
quick.
the Lord of our Savior,
Connor.
yes.
Connor Thomas is the first one I saw.
You have to verify that, Matthew.
Same song and dance, Connor.
Mm.
Yeah, I believe you're correct.
Okay. So Connor, Lyle at Lyle Barnett Racing, send me T-shirt size, and I will send you that plus 2 MacFab stickers. Kurt Busch, winner of 2.4 hours of Le Mullets.
Fun fact, he raced Pro Stock.
You did?
Got beat by a girl. Jackson, why
So-
you doing that?
Hey, bring me some to Charlotte. If I keep running like I'm running, just bring it to me and I'll drink it on the start line. I cannot wait for my question. This is awesome. All right. So for the serial number 1 of the first edition of the Shake Bake Flask giveaway. All right, this question is gonna.
That thing is sweet, by the way.
It is pretty good.
Yeah, and
If it's
whoever
got,
wins
some
this,
Carol Roland-
you get it before we do, and that pisses me off. So
Yeah.
bring it by the pit.
All right.
I want to take a swig out of it.
We'll get a little slug of that. If you win it, bring it to the cornhole tournament. All right, this is going to take you guys back in time. Nostalgia Bromide. Okay. In Bradenton, Florida, the year is 1998. A pro modified competitor blew off their own door,
Tell Cord to stop calling.
had a spare one in the trailer, and won the event. Who was the competitor?
Oh, wow. People are saying things.
Oh, man. It's already been got.
Jenna
Man,
said-
I'll tell you in private chat. You can tell.
Jackson.
Matt, it's
That
in private
quick?
chat.
Oh,
Man, it's badass. You ever blow your own door off and have one?
no,
That's
usually I-
badass. Matt,
Somebody
it's in
said
private
Annette
chat. You have to see who
Summers.
said it first.
Nat Summers.
Who got it, Matt?
Looks like
Jackson,
Who?
I'm looking. Hold on.
you're fine.
Zach Golly.
Yeah, don't mistake it on serial number 1. Who?
Well,
I mean,
Zach
I was
Golly.
8 years old, so
Zach, where do you live? I need you to come to a race because I need to see that thing.
Absolutely, Scotty Cannon blew his own door off. So he had made a set of lightweight doors to try to save some weight on the car. Blew his own door off, had one in the trailer, put it on, and crushed the field. And that's why he's Scotty Cannon.
that does not surprise me.
Same thing.
So,
Send me,
Matt, who won it again?
screenshot.
Zachary.
Hold on.
Who did?
Right here. So send me your screenshot of your YouTube
Zach
account.
Golly.
To Matt at CBFast.com.
Yep. And then we'll get you a Smoky address and get you serial number 1. We've made 10. There's 9 left to go. Don't worry. If you're drunk or want to be a drunk, there's still time.
Plenty.
I can't believe y'all didn't know the answer to that.
I want one.
Travis said he was first.
Stevie, in 1998, I was still watching SpongeBob.
Come here.
I was 8.
Yeah.
Okay, there's
In
no need.
98, I had got thrown out of high school for doing a burnout across the employee parking lot in my high school.
Courtney, were you about to show your age?
I was, and then I stopped.
Yeah. She's like,
I feel like I hide it decently well, so we don't need to put that out there.
Robbie Lowry wants to know if Scotty picked JR to crush the field.
Probably not, because Scotty's an American. He knows better than that. I can't believe you did that. I can't
I'm
believe
just
it.
telling
I
you.
cannot believe that
It goes to
Stevie Jackson picked
if-
J.R. Gray.
He's not. I mean, it's a good.
If we're picking winners, we're not going to pick winners based on emotion. Now, if you're racing, if I'm racing, it's a different story. But we're not.
Ooh.
I'm broke neck, and you're center line.
You're
30 cone Barnett.
Lyle
So,
is
I'm
Lyle
going-
1,000 ways to
I'm
not
going
race
with who I think
Barnett.
can win.
Okay.
You've had everything happen to you to pull you from a race that could be possibly possible.
That's true.
I don't mean that mean. I just mean like you can't make it
Obviously,
up.
our bromance is over.
You can't make it up. So I did have another one, but I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save the 00 shit show one. We'll
Hold on,
do
Mike.
that. I want the guy who won my question. Whether if he lives in Charlotte, we'll do the tickets. If he doesn't, we'll do the 00 shit show stuff and save the tickets for the next one.
Perfect.
So just let me know.
Zach, send an email to matt@steviefast.com and put a screenshot of your YouTube account so they can prove that you're a real American human,
Jackson.
and send your shipping information, and Matt will tighten you up.
Jackson also
You got any
disagrees with
questions?
the J.R.
Jackson
Gray.
is not happy with me right now. And I got to give one more little shout out before we head out to Clay Smith Cams for hooking me up with this awesome gear. Let it be known, J.R. Gray said it in a video once, Courtney Anders is not cheap, but she can be bought. Send me your merch, I'll wear it. It's my girl Trey
Tell people
Wu.
all the time I'm easy. I'm easy. I'm just not cheap.
Yeah, I'm easy. I'm just not cheap. Yeah, it can be done. It just ain't cheap.
Where'd you say your wine came from? Himalayas?
California, bitch.
Oh, that
Look
was-
at the new
that
logo.
was- that was
This shit's
aggressive.
badass. I don't
That
even
is
know
badass.
if I put that up
I
there.
missed
Matt
it. You're
did.
right. I see it now. Yeah,
I just fixed the eyebrow situation.
that's much better.
Yes. Man,
Somebody
you know what?
somebody asked
much
today.
faster when I swim.
See, Matt's nerding in real time.
Somebody asked me today if we were called the Snapback Crew or the Snapback something or other, and if you had to wear a backwards hat to watch the show, and I said absolutely.
I mean, you don't have to.
I mean, but look at our logo. We're all three
yeah.
like we're all three lesbians wearing our backwards hats.
Well, that's because we're cool and we don't eat fajitas.
And we don't eat fajitas at the Mexican joint.
Because fajitas suck.
Here's what I'll tell you.
My name's Lyle Barnett.
I
I'm here
went
to
out
tell you
on a
that
limb-
fajitas suck ass.
You ain't gonna say that on the PA.
Please
If you
do.
do, I'll make it shut. If I went out on a limb and put my wiener on a chopping block and JR Gray does not win, I will eat shit on next Shake Make show. I will say that I was
You will
wrong.
be farmer friend. Matt,
But
have
if
farmer
I-
friend. do that.
if I sacrifice my manhood to pick JR and he does win, that means I am overriding my emotion with good sense, and I'm doing a good job.
So do we have a show next Tuesday?
When
Because
do you
this is
ever,
so crucial.
When do you ever do that, though? When do you ever override your emotion with good sense?
Just now.
When have you ever
never.
done that in your entire life? And you
Never.
choose now on the 10th episode of the Shake and Bake Show to pick J.R. Gray.
Hey,
to an
I'm
NHRA
lost as a
Pro
human
Mod
being. I run
at the 4 wide.
I run
You
585.
choose
I run
this
five.
moment to override
I have a legitimate
your
question.
emotion with
I'm in the comments and I have a question.
Jesus.
Do we, and we haven't talked about this before, do we have a show on Tuesday just because this is so crucial to talk about?
I think we have to have a show next Tuesday to bust up on a 4 wide, talk about whether I'm an idiot or Lyle's an idiot. I think we're going to do it live from the Mexican restaurant. We're going to order some Himalayan fajitas and get it smoky.
I think we do something special.
I think we do have to have a show next Tuesday. What do y'all vote?
And
Fans in the comment section, do you want to see a show next Tuesday?
look, and we can't do it every Tuesday because I said something today. Like last week, it brought Lyle and Stevie and I together. We talked about we missed you. If we do it every Tuesday, it's going to be a whole thing. We need y'all to miss us. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. I like to play games. Like, we want you to want us. We need
I
you to
have
do
too much
that.
work and I
Like-
suck and I'm trying to
like-
run
That's my real
579.
answer, but I was
There's
trying
been
to
like
be
200 yeses already, so we're having a show next.
We're having a
Tuesday.
show Tuesday.
All right,
Okay.
next Tuesday night, 7:30 Eastern Time on the YouTube channel. And Matt, do you got a new logo for the shit we're supposed to be talking about? We're now on Apple Podcast. We're on
Let's go.
Spotify. You can get the Shake and Bake Show wherever you need to. I think we're doing that 24 hours after live deal. Is that right, Matt?
That is correct.
So
I love that new
I got
logo.
2 calls
Voice.
today of people that had questions
Yes.
about what we were talking about. They're watching the podcast or listening, to the podcast on Apple. They had questions about what we were talking about. Like, hey man, when y'all were talking about this, what did you mean? So there are people listening and watching. Do we have any stats on Matt on who's
Okay,
watched
good.
what? Have we done any good? Do we?
I don't
suck?
even know. I don't even know how to get to it.
We have stats. I do not have the current. Hold on. If you give me a second, I can tell you. Let's see.
I agree with that.
I can hear Matt
Big-
nerding.
Nerding.
Big ball factor. JR is the fajitas of Tex-Mex. Amen, brethren. Amen. That's like getting.
You can tell that
That's
Lyle
like
and
getting
Robbie
fajitas
are
on the
both-
border.
Come here. Jackson wants to be on the show.
That's fine. We love dogs.
So
Yes. That's because his name is Jackson. He's a natural champion. He was born to win.
I bet
On
he doesn't
the,
eat fajitas, though.
on the Spotify, we
Everybody say
have,
hi, Jackson.
that's a terrible number of plays. 666 plays.
Ooh.
Okay, so
Oh.
evidently our Spotify audience is not really in the game.
They're
I
also in
don't even
the
know.
double.
Let's see. Apple has a little over 3,000. So
We're getting there.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you want a KTR sticker, you can get that at steviefast.com. If you want a Shake and Bake sticker, we don't have those yet, but we're working on them.
If you want to
And
help
every
us,
time you share this or send $1, we buy more shit.
I was gonna say, if you want to help us
Yep.
afford that, go listen to it on Spotify or Apple and subscribe,
Right.
tune in, whatever you call that shit, and don't eat fajitas because those
Yep.
suck.
And go buy your I'm No Help wine glass from Double O Shit Show.
And don't eat fajitas.
Don't even hit it.
Wow.
All right. Well, this is long as an hour 53. I want to
Yeah, we
thank
gotta
all
go.
you guys for watching. It's been a blast to hang out with you. Next Tuesday night, 7:30, we're going to give you our Charlotte recap. We're going to realize that Stevie Jackson is right. Lyle is wrong. We're going to come up with an actual beer to drink. We won't be having Sutter home, and it's going to be a good show. Thank y'all for watching. What do you got?
Nobody's eating fajitas. Don't do it.
No fajitas on our watch.
Watch on my social to see if we do something on Friday for Right Off Track also.
In other words, we're doing something
Yeah.
on Friday, and it does not include eating fajitas.
I'm going to have Jenna and a shout out to the Peanut Gallery. We're going to have fajitas there.
Stay tuned for the Cornhole tournament Thursday night. It might be live streamed.
We love
Thank you
all.
guys. See you next week. We love all you guys. I mean it.
Thank you.
Matt, roll the beautiful bean footage.
I was